a disembodied voice fills your consciousness. I am a star, and you are my light, a shimmering worm plucked from the ether and cast into the abyss. Now let's see what we catch. The journey made upon the Maze Devil pilgrimage is a dark and compelling one. You, a lowly parasite reborn, gifted and cursed with the power to change host bodies should you enter them, are tasked by your god, an unknown entity guiding you with glib commands and insightful musings as you attempt to fulfill a ritual. As you journey through forest, desert, deeper and deeper into the Devil's Maze, some great megastructure within which this world, or yours at least, exists, you learn of this world's workings. Your god and guide speaks of certain rules and tasks. A world of people and devils, magic contamination, and the tomes each person possesses and receives upon birth. These tomes are traded, used, kept as living journals or elements of dire spells and incantations. This dimensional dwelling also holds amalgamations, witches, and anomalies of fascinating design. Each of these elements pale to the devils needed for your great quest, as part of your ritual, your god's design. Slay them, gather their sacred items, and be reborn a part of your own god, and ascend. Reading Mock Soul, I wasn't sure what to expect. The art style, color palette, and textures were very intriguing, but also at first glance off-putting, I'd say. More so in the sheer darkness of everything. Having been quite used to darkness in previous other books, but there was often a plethora of color. Here, black with faint colors dashed across it. But as I read, it started to all click, and I began really liking that art style, that decision. It fits with the rituals, demonology, and the whole lack of light. This is an abyss, and that light is fleeting here. I was impressed, aside from the stunning designs of these creatures and things, for the way that Mock Soul narratively incorporates game elements with item use and mechanics without feeling too gamey. As you travel, you gather items from slain devils that grant great powers and are used in rituals, but often come at a great cost. Your god, sly and mysterious, knows of an item to counteract each negative effect of the next item. That where one curses the user with certain requirements, another enhances them, transforming them each into something useful. This notion, these strategies, felt both on theme for a game context, but also within the story of a pilgrimage, as your god requires these items for you to do their bidding. Aside from these items, the world is developed by the description of seals, nails, the rules of combat with devils, magic, and its dangers. Discussions around when to strike, weaknesses and tactics are fun and something that was less prevalent in works like Godhusk or Vermis. Laeri. I found that here it works really well and is done so wonderfully. Transforming your form from host to host is also a great narrative device, as well as a game mechanic, as throughout the book you, this lowly worm, are eaten and then change character, which also makes you stronger. The dynamic between protagonist and unfaithful or combative narrator is also something that I've always loved in pieces of media. And the way your god talks to you and about the world and other people is quite funny, if not cruel. There's a lot here bound within Mock Soul that you could easily turn into a world of your own or a TTRPG game, but without too many strict rules or explanations as to exactly the who, why, and when things occur. Mystery exists on each page, especially including what I believe is a cipher at the beginning of the book, as on many of the different pages there seems to be this different language of markings. Speaking of, one of the coolest elements as well was the marking system between travelers and dwellers of the maze. A language and means of warning other travelers of upcoming devils were done with these markings, a series of lines, dashes, indicating the difficulty, danger level, are they spectral, certain aspects of an upcoming demon. The fact that they are simply layered lines as well, being explained as the fastest and easiest way anyone could carve a warning without writing a lengthy script about it or something like that. You're about to engage in battle, you know what you're facing, and you want to help someone else. Devil grades and threat levels carved into stone or wood as you journey on. It really helped to make the world feel lived in without even seeing these other combatants or anything like that. The character designs, art style, and story are very unique while still being a tried and true game lore book. My only main critique is some of the pages, due to the color, do make them harder to read. But aside from some legibility issues, the core elements and draw of this book is a very strong and engaging one. You'll want to know what devils are next, how they work, why you need these magic flesh gloves, and what is your god up to. Between strange otherworldly locations, characters, and enemies, you'll discover that perhaps maybe even you aren't to be trusted. Creator of Mock Soul, the Salamander King, has done a wonderful job here. And I can say with almost 100% certainty that a lot of the items and effects in this book will find their way into an RPG game that I'll run in the future or something like that. That's definitely for sure. Anyway, if you're interested in Mock Soul, check it out. It's on HoloPress. Like and subscribe. Share this with someone else if you think that they'd like the book. And I've been Haunted Picnic, and I'll see you all next time.